I started making music about 2 years ago, and I just started playing live actually last year. So this is all very new for me actually. Actually, in the winter I started trying to teach myself how to use Ableton, and my friend Zev from Wolf and Lamb, he gave me a copy of it, and he was helping me like figure it out. But it's hard, like when you don't really learn when someone tells you this is how you do this is how you do that. You really have to like go at it for a few months on your own, like trial and error, and then once you ask someone from your failures and experiences and frustrations, that's how you really learn. I mean, that's how it was for me.
So you sort of got lucky because somebody was there to teach you a little bit and to show you.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends around me who were doing this, and that was like very inspiring. And I always had, like, if I had a question, I had my friends around me that I could ask.
Do you think it's harder to be a female, let's say, in a DJ world or a producer world, because there just doesn't seem to be that many that really make it to the top?
Well, there is different views on that. It's hard, but at the same time, a lot of people think that gives you an edge because like you have less competitor. Not that it should be about female, male, but like people also, when you're female, like they pay more attention. Like if you're working hard and you're doing something like solid, then like people also appreciate it because like they realize that it might be a bit more difficult for females. But yeah, I think there's both sides to it for sure.
Right. It's just, being a DJ for me, for instance, I hear things like, oh wow, you're pretty good for a girl.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like when people focus on that. I actually, it's funny, my name is spelled D-E-N-I-Z. So a lot of people, before they see me, they think I'm a guy. So they say Dennis, and even today, like after my album's been out and like I've had like pretty good exposure, like a lot of people write to me on like Facebook and stuff saying like, hey man, like I love your music, bro, like dude, that kind of stuff, which is really funny. Like people, just because you make this kind of music, they assume you must be a guy. Like even my profile picture, like they see it's a girl, they still think I'm they think I must be a guy, which is like, it's funny, and sometimes I prefer that because I almost feel like they would have a more pure judgment on my music if they think I'm a guy. It's kind of fucked up, but.
You also do some art stuff, right? And you've done installations together with your music, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that I've been doing LED installations for like a few years before I started making music. That's what I was busy with. And then after I started making music, I shifted my attention to that for like a year. And then I looked back and I was like, maybe there's a way to combine the two, like in a cool way, so that all that effort. I mean, not that I have to combine everything, but it ended up being really cool because I was doing the LED art stuff for a few years, and I did get a couple of shows and festivals, but it was nothing like the attention I got from music. So,
what's your favorite place on earth?
Oh, my house. I'm really excited to settle in. I found it back in January, this past January, but I've been constantly on tour, so I haven't had a chance to like really sit there and like build my studio. It's a really cool space that used to be a gallery, so I want to actually use the first floor like a personal like showroom to put my LED work in there. I'm really excited to go back and like spend some time and really settle down there.
If you had to give advice to any young girls getting into this sort of producing, what piece of advice would you give them?
I would say forget about the female thing, just focus on the music and you'll get the respect. Like I feel like there's a lot of not resentment, but like prejudice towards like people who like use their femininity, and like I think that's like if you're just like doing your thing, working hard at it, like you're gonna gain people's respect. Like that's the main challenge that I've been observing, like just hearing, because just work hard and do what you're really into. Don't worry about like, you know, if it's gonna sell or if it's dance floor or whatever. Just find your artistic like goal and like just go for it. Totally.